What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? How y'all doing? Cosmic Carry here, the man who said who wouldn't make a vid for World of Tanks Hot Wheels has made a vid for World of Tanks Hot Wheels. I just wanted to comment on the True Vision test and how it's. I don't think it's necessarily like the mechanics and how it's all working and all of that jazz that is important. It's the effect that it's having on the players, and I don't think you see the true results of this test unless it was done for a prolonged period of time, because after 4 days we're never going to get used to it. Everybody's acting very bizarrely, you know, everybody's acting very oddly, and it's I'm not saying, for instance, I'm in this game, I'm in my defender, and I know what I need to do. I need to go into the city, I need to brawl because there's 2 pieces of artillery. Automatically, that's what I'm thinking, 100%. But as you can see, nobody is actually joining me. The only thing that's joining me is, I think it's a KV3. That was about it, and there was a light tank. And the players seem to be drawn to cover, or they're acting more stupid than usual, than normal. I haven't got a clue, so I sarcastically put out good game. I don't think it's going to be a good game, you know, because everybody's piled up onto the left hand flank of Fisherman's Bay. I forgot to mention we're in Fisherman's Bay there. And what can you do when in Rome? You know, it's a lemming train, but it's a lemming train. I think it's a lemming train as a result of the True Vision test, I'm guessing. It's even more so a lemming train, so to speak, because of that, I think. And what are you supposed to do, you know, when in Rome? And I'm not going to go down that side, because the right hand side is so exposed and so open. I know they're going to push onto our base, and so I can't really, you know, go down the left hand side, because there's a million tanks down there. And the chance of me getting any damage is going to be severely reduced because there's so many tanks over there. You know, if I go down, join the lemming train, I'm gonna end up with 1k damage. You know, and I'm out to make silver in this thing. And I can't really side scrape in this thing. You know, it's got the pike nose, but what I can do is hold down, which is what I'm doing, and I'll be doing it very effectively. And this is kind of a first for me. This is unusual for me to be in this tank, in this position, on this map, and that's because of how the players are reacting to the True Vision test. And what can you do? And you're adapting. I mean, the True, it does work to an extent. It's kind of a good idea if it were only heavy tanks in the game, but because you have TDs, because you have lights, it doesn't work, you know, because automatically all that hard work and effort we've put into building up our crews, or you know, playing in these tanks, is kind of wasted. You know, the crews and perks, a lot of the crews and perks are severely reduced because of the True Vision test on that class of tanks. If this game was only heavy tanks, you know, and only medium tanks, I did not struggle playing in my heavy tanks. I did not struggle playing in my medium tanks so far in the True Vision test. But and with the light tanks, I have played my light tanks, you know, during the course of True Vision, and it hasn't been that much of an issue for me, because I don't tend to sit back and snipe from afar. I don't tend to, you know, I do a lot of calculated YOLOing, you know, I'll circle people, I'll mess with their heads, I'll go for it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's my kind of play style. When you see me put up vids of me going nuts, for instance, that vid where, you know, Tenet was driving the T100 LT, that is what I do in my. And a lot of people say, "Oh, it's auto aiming." Well, you know, it's no skill. It is. I'm not going to argue about it. That's how I play my light tanks. I don't tend to I'll use my light tanks as a light tank. I'll try and spot where I can, but I'm primarily out to go bananas when I play my light tanks. But I understand that they've kind of severely been nerfed, the TDs and the light tanks, but it's just how people are playing now on El Haloof. They're going down the center. They're kind of pushing down the center. In the game previous to this, it was bananas. It was like, I've never seen this before, and it's because they're seeing tanks on the other side, and they're going for it, and they're just going for it. They're going ham. But I'm doing good work in my defender, as you can see. The game is kind of even, 100%. I'm not spotting anything, I'm not detecting anything. I haven't killed anything, but my damage is pretty decent so far. I haven't lost that many hit points, bounced quite a few, and I am using the True Vision features to kind of scan the horizon, and I'm looking. There's no, I can pen this Tiger 2, but from this distance, look, the accuracy on this thing. So I need to get in close, and I can now. Now it's like, okay, there's only 4 of them left, and we've got, 6, whatever it is. Okay, let's go for it. Let's get in there. Let's get stuck in there. Absolutely. And, but, yeah, it's pretty, look, 549. And, nice high roll. But, yeah, it's over a course of 4 days. It's not going to work. I'm not calling for it to be implemented for a longer period of time. It's just I don't get what the results of this test are going to be. The results are everybody has been acting batshit crazy. Quite frankly, I've never been on Fisherman's Bay in a heavy tank, in a top tier heavy tank, in the position that I was in just now. And even yeah. So this is kind of very typical of, but it is what it is. What can I say? I'm going to spend forever trying to hunt down this STG. I'm going to spend forever trying to take out this guy. But it's very interesting, this game, because as you can see, I did really well in damage. And I think I got more than 3,200 damage. There was a couple of line shots, I think. I'm not sure. And my WN8 was really good. My WN8, but the XP that I got, I don't think I think I hit the top 5. I got the most amount of damage out of my team, but I didn't get that much XP. This game was only a 3rd class mastery, and that's because I didn't detect anything. I didn't kill anything. I didn't do that much. I did defend the base, but that's questionable. Did I do that? But yet, my WNA for this specific game was really great. I think it was like 3.5K. So that I was about to drown myself, because I was just like, I realised maybe you shouldn't. It looks like this guy is a pretty decent player, because he's on like 5 kills. But it just goes to show you that WN8 isn't everything. It's not everything. I do use it. I look at it quite often, and it's kind of a good guide on how well I'm doing in a tank, and it's kind of it's a good indicator of what tanks I need to be working on, etc., etc. But it's polar opposite to how the game rewards you, insofar as XP, etc., etc. And this guy, I called it right. I said he's on 5 kills. If I was on 5 kills, I would be looking for a Top Gun, and I would be going for Artie. And I called it right. He was up here while the other 2 guys were searching the town in a slow tank, because that's a KV5, and I can't remember the other TD. They're slow. They're not gonna catch up to this medium. And And we're coming up in a village, and I'm asking myself, okay, the true vision, should I just stop and kind of rotate and look around and act like an idiot? Maybe I'll see him. Who the hell's gonna see him with all this foliage, surrounding me? I'm not gonna be able to see him, and maybe if he sees me, I'll get lit up. That way I know I'm close. And so I decided, no, let's continue up. Well, I'm pretty sure there he is. He's going for that top gun, and he doesn't. I think he just did a big mistake. He just stopped to take a shot, and I already took him out. And so sorry, guys. So sorry, sir. But yeah, a really good game, a really decent amount of silver. That's all I'm doing right now is grinding silver, adding equipment to all my tanks, and yeah, pretty decent. Good XP, but only a third class mastery, 2k blocked, only 150 assisted. And if you take a look, at the results screen, I only got, come on, move along, not the top spot, of the 4th spot, even though I got the most amount of damage. So yeah. To True Vision, got very hit and miss, literally hit and miss. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.